back. Welcome to yet another episode of Marginal at Best. Meh.
Meh.
That was Rob. I'm sorry, that's Hong Kong Phooey.
Get it straight now, exactly. I was going through all the 70s and 80s cartoon characters. I could think. I went, wait a minute. Hong Kong Phooey. Yeah, I'll go with that one.
What was his dog? No, the cat. It was a cat.
It's the cat. I can't remember the cat's name for life of me.
He had a cat, and the cat always saved his ass.
He was always the one that beat open the file cabinet he jumped into to change.
Yeah.
Or the ironing board that came out the wall, or whatever it was, as long as the cat.
Yeah. God, what was another?
Oh, thank you. You just gave me a one for next week, our next episode. I already have a character in mind now.
Good.
I must write this down.
Write it down, because if you don't, you'll do like me and you'll forget as soon as we hang up. Be like, shit, should have wrote that down. But speaking of writing things down, I wrote something down the other day. The reason I wrote it down was because, and again, this falls right into what you were just talking to me off air for a second, is stupid people. And the reason I bring up stupid people, the reason I wrote this down, I literally wrote it down on my list, was, have you seen the commercial for the Duracell batteries where the kid gets the remote and fighting you assume it's the parent. You can't really, you can't assume. Yeah, you guess it's the parent. But anyway, kid grabs the remote, father's trying to get the remote back, and the kid won't let the remote go. And literally the commercial is for Duracell batteries that have a sour coating on them to prevent children from swallowing them. Yeah, that's exactly what I feel. Because Lord knows, it's a damn good thing Mom and Dad were around when I'd grab the remote from them and run off and try and swallow a AA.
Oh, definitely, yeah. So to that 9-volt, just stick it right to your tongue, and
Well, yeah, we all did that. I mean,
But then put the hole in your mouth and kept on going with it.
Well, I mean, once you chew on it a couple times, you realize, wow, this isn't a piece of gum. And
it's got a chewy center, of course, yes.
Well, yeah, it's getting to the center, though. It's like a Tootsie Roll Tootsie Pop, hard on the outside, soft on the inside.
Pass
you
the
got a little
voltage,
Yeah, ask that white old owl how many licks. 1, 2, 3. Wow, why does my stomach hurt?
But it's the fact that they're actually having to do that because there are parents out there who aren't watching the kids, letting the kids do this in the first place.
Well, first off, it's a freaking and here's the other thing is, I don't know too many remote controls that, even like, if this is the remote from my sound bar. It uses AAA batteries. This commercial actually showed a remote for, I assume, TV, or who knows. But anyway, it was using like a watch battery type battery. I don't know too many remotes that take watch batteries. But these batteries have a fucking bitter coating on them to prevent swallowing from small children. And I fall back into the Burgess Meredith from Grumpier Old Men, the second one, where they're freaking out because the little kid said she swallowed a quarter, and Burgess Meredith goes, "Well, if she craps out 2 dimes and a nickel, then you worry."
Exactly. I can see car remotes and car fobs and stuff like that, but they take the larger, the 2032s are about the size of a quarter, a little bit less than a quarter, a little bit thinner. But
But again, we live in a fucking world where you sit there and have to make a commercial, which obviously harkens back to the, I'd like to order a hot cup of coffee, please. Thank you. Oh, I spilled it on my lap. Who knew it was hot? Oh, let's sue. And then I'll have to put a hot cup of fucking coffee on the goddamn on the cup.
Exactly. That one's still to this day.
This is nectar of the gods.
I burn myself on hot coffee. Well, 1, you're drinking in the car, and 2, it's hot.
Yeah, no shit.
I mean,
but they sued and won. Welcome to the world we live in. But apparently that means that apparently some kid somewhere swallowed a battery, which I mean they're just going to shit it out. I mean, come on. It's not going to be in their system long enough to even dissolve.
yeah, he's gonna keep going and going and going and going.
That guy, wait, that deserves me looking it up. Hang on a second. Let me get my stupid thing. Hang on. No, what the hell? I don't want that. I don't give a shit. Tell me to confirm my
rim shot. Give me my rim shot.
Well, no, I wasn't born in 2050. Why are you telling me to confirm my age? What the hell is this?
For a rim shot?
There we go, stupid ass app. No, don't track me.
Well, make sure arthritis isn't bad enough that you can't hit the rim shot.
I don't know what the hell this thing's doing. Being slow as shit. Hey, whoa. I don't even think that's the wrong goddamn app. There you go. There it went. That was a long
letdown now. It took a while to get there.
There. Sorry. We're the same age. What do you want me to do? Not as fast as I used to be.
I'm happy used to be.
Oh, so don't worry about it. Wait, hang on. God damn it, come on. There we go. Okay. No, like I said, that's one of those things that you scratch your head and you literally, because again, we grew up watching Looney Tunes and Tom and Jerry and Hanna-Barbera and all that stuff where they literally would beat the shit out of each other. I mean, Tom and Jerry would beat the shit out of each other.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there wasn't none of this like, tapping them on the head and shit. I mean, they were slamming the shit out of flat, when they get flattened like a pancake and shit. But we didn't go outside and go, hey, Robbie, I'm going to drop this anvil on your head. Ha, ha, ha. Exactly. It'll be fun. You didn't sit there and watch Wile E. Coyote load himself up onto a fucking catapult and go, hey, that looks like a great idea. Let's go outside and build one. You run past it, I'll fire myself off of it.
I'll still get my mom whenever I'm driving her somewhere. I'll tell her, you see that little handle? Grab it. I'll try something I saw in the cartoon one time. I think I know where they went wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, you think about the things we did as a kid, though. Also,
well, we weren't stuck inside fucking day number one.
Yeah, I grew up on a farm. We had the large round bales of hay. Man, we were climbing all over things, jumping all over them, climbing up racks of hay. Anything that would just give a normal parent, a nightmare because we're about, 10, 15 feet off the ground on a bale of hay could just slide out at any moment now. We're climbing up little mountains of corn where the corn been harvested. It was a big pile at the barn. Any moment, we could have fallen and they could have been buried in it. But
you had machinery when you were doing it. Lori and them were still doing it by hand.
Better. Your timing's getting better.
They were, they had the skies and they were, and then they would tie the bales and,
Wait.
They'd pick the corn. And,
they had iron tools then? Wow.
Oh. They're still using sharpened rocks.
Weren't quite at the Bronze Age yet. They're still with the chipped rocks and stuff, right?
I mean, tell me you never did this. Did you ever fall out of a tree?
And what do you do? We got right back up and went, I'm going to get back up in there.
It was like, but I mean, we used to, I don't know if you ever, well, I mean, I don't know how many kids you had around your farm because you guys live out in the middle of BFE.
Mm-hmm.
But, I lived in a neighborhood growing up, and there was a lot of us. There was a lot of kids my age. and we used to do what they call go outside and play.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we used to. I mean, I can remember, especially during summertime. As soon as you're done with your chores, you meet up with your friends. You were gone till dark.
Yeah.
And I'm talking, you didn't. You were on your bike, riding your bike, or we were
We
playing kick the can, or we were playing
we
soccer, we were playing football, we were playing hide and seek, we were playing this, that, and the other. But we were playing kick the can, and we were in my neighbor's house, and they had this perfect tree that was kind of, I mean, it just kind of grew at an angle. You know, it had an arch to it, and then it was just
mm-hmm.
all you. Basically, it was just like a bare tree, a couple of limbs, and then as you get to the top, it was just this huge canopy of leaves, so you could literally hide in it. So I hid there, and I'm sitting there, and I could, you know, I'm just waiting for whoever's the guardian to walk away from the can. I'm gonna hop out, kick it. He spots me. Brain kicks in, run. Brain didn't remind the rest of the brain that we were in a tree. So I literally took one step and bat, about 10 foot. And right on my back, pow, wind gone.
Yep.
Laid
Yep.
for a minute. And of course the guy just walks over and goes, he tagged me. I was like, yeah. Yeah, after I got up, went on about my business, and we kept playing.
You know, well, we're out in the country road. You know, friends down the road, Rainy and Hallie. You know, skateboards. Here, get on your bike. Give me this rope. All right, start pedaling real fast and drag me. You're great on asphalt, but you got to realize it's a country asphalt road. They ain't smooth to begin with, and these are not skateboards. But then you go off the road. What does a skateboard at speed do when it hits grass? It stops.
Hey, I was
What
gonna say,
does the
don't tell
body
me.
on top of it do? What
Well,
does the
they're
body
getting
on top do? It keeps going.
physics and science, sir. An object in
You're going,
motion.
you're, yeah, you're getting up going, this is my favorite shirt. And they got big green and black stains all over going, well,
Yeah.
darn.
That whole, you know, forward momentum. It's like watching, it's like you're in a boat. You stop going forward, but you still go forward.
Yep. I'm not
So,
paddling anymore, but we're still moving.
oh, well, I mean,
But I mean,
I
they
told
don't, kids nowadays don't do any of that stuff.
no, I
You know,
flipped to 10 speed.
where I live over here, there are people all around us. You know, there are kids all over the place. I never see any of them playing outside. Never. There's a playground area on the other side of the apartments. There's never anybody out there. Oh yeah, yeah. That's all I do.
You gotta play.
You know, it just blows my mind. You know, for us, it was, you know, mom and dad sent us out the house. Or if
Yeah.
dad was in a bad mood, you got out the house.
House.
You went outside and you entertained yourself outside.
Until mom told you it was safe.
Swing on swing set. See who can get the highest. See who can get the
Mm-hmm.
highest. That swing set starts
Mm-hmm.
swing, start tilting,
Like
or you jump
acid.
out.
I was like, who gets the highest and jumps out and doesn't break something.
Exactly. See who can either get the highest or jump out the furthest.
Dude, just to tell you, there was a kid, and I can't remember his name, but we were when we lived in Bayshore, we were playing on the swing set, and he did that, and he went flying, and he landed wrong, and when he landed, he rolled, and when he rolled, he broke his arm right here.
Ooh.
Compound.
Ooh.
Yeah, so bone was sticking out. I swear to God. We all were freaking out. He stood up and went, that ain't good. And he lived at the end of the block. We walked with him. He walked. He said, no, we're good. Let's walk. He walked all the way, fucking bone sticking out of his arm. Never flinched.
Uh-huh.
I mean, when I broke my wrist as a kid, I didn't realize I broke it until I saw it. Then when I saw it, and it was completely snapped, and literally my hand was just hanging there like a fucking limp dick. But I mean, literally, it's like this whole part here, there was nothing there. It broke. I broke the bones right here, and from here over, it was just the only thing holding it there was skin. What?
It was hanging there like what?
You heard.
Say it again. Say it again. Do it. Say it again.
Limp, Limp Biscuit.
All right. So when we were kids, remember the monkey bars?
That's how I broke my wrist.
Were they wood?
No,
Were they plastic?
no, this particular set the kid had, they were metal.
All metal. Even what the elementary school was at, it was all metal.
Yeah,
Metal bars, metal rails, metal everything. Got hotter than hell during summertime. What were we doing? On top of it.
yeah.
Have you seen a metal monkey bar anywhere nowadays? You seen anywhere?
See monkey bars anymore?
No, they got all the little things, all the little ramps and all the ropes and all that stuff, and the slides are about half the length or a quarter of the length now. You know, we used to have the real tall slides. The slide was as taller or as tall as the top of the swing set. Real tall slides. And there's another one you could just come down metal, hot summertime.
Solid steel.
Polished to a mere finish from all the kids sliding down it.
Yep.
You don't see those. They're all plastic now.
Well, I mean, but again, this falls into that. I mean, for Christ's sakes, when they put a fucking warning sign on a chipper shredder, don't put your hand in here. That's like I saw something on Facebook. Somebody said, we went from car manuals telling you how to change your transmission to car manuals now saying don't drink the liquid out of the battery.
Yeah, don't eat the Tide Pod.
Oh, I mean, fuck a Tide Pod.
I mean, but that's the kind of thing, though. When you were a kid, would you ever thought to go back there and like grab some of the detergent and start eating on or drinking it or put it in your mouth or anything?
Hell no, because first off, my mother would have kicked my ass. She'd have kicked my ass for putting it in my mouth, and then she would have kicked my ass again for being that goddamn stupid. That's what would have happened. There would have been no other. She'd have been like, I'm gonna whoop your ass for this, and I'm gonna whoop your ass for that, and then that would have been that. It would none of it as oh wow, that looks like a great idea. Now apparently Lori must have done it because apparently there's some side effects. What am I talking about? They didn't even have detergent. They just took it down to the creek with a wash pan. What was it called? A washboard?
With a rock.
Not getting clean.
Nobody's dead now.
Yeah,
stop crawling so we can wear it.
The cow looking over their shoulder going, morons. Just like, I mean, again, any of this stupid. The first time I ever saw a story about this twit who called the cops on her mom because her mom threatened her or some shit, and this is years and years ago. But some twit called the police on her mother because her mother threatened her or punished her or slapped her or something, and she called the cops. And it's like, if my mom popped me, which my mom popped me a lot, don't get me wrong, I'm telling you, mom knew when. That was it. It wasn't like we were abused. But, I mean, I'll never forget. Me and Mom were talking. She said, I had hair at the time. I had long hair. Yeah. And she said, I wish you'd get a haircut. And there's one of those that came out before I realized it came out. And I said, well, you can wish in one hand and shit in the other one and see which one gets filled first. And then it hit me. I just said that to my mom.
and then her hand hit you, right?
Well, yeah. Then she literally got up out of her chair, walked across the room, and slapped the shit out of me. But guess what? I deserved it. And I was like, I didn't mean that. No, but I didn't mean to tell her that. But anyway, but like I said, my mom needed to pop you. You got popped. And if you got popped and you're sitting there going, go you cops, she'd have been like, well, put the phone down for a second. Then she'd take my phone and beat me with my phone. Yeah, you'd have been out. You sit there and say you want to move out. If you'd called the cops on my mom, you'd have been moved out. That'd have been it. You'd have been bye-bye.
That's also when you had parents who cared, parents who, they watched over you. They did, they weren't stuck on social media all day long doing anything. Let the kids just go run riot.
Yeah.
And they discipline you properly. They taught you how to act in public. All right, when you're out in public, like,
Oh.
did you ever go with your parents to the grocery store?
Oh hell yeah, we did that all the time.
Did you go run crazy, knocking things over, screaming your head off, and everything else?
I was pretty much allergic to getting beat, so no.
If we went with my mom to a grocery store, if we followed her, she's like, you go pick this up, bring it right back.
Yeah.
Three of us, myself, two sisters, that's what we did. And so we held our shop. If we were with my dad, we hung on to the buggy and we did not let go. Wherever he led us, that's where we were. We did not let
Well,
go of that buggy. We stayed
like
with him and the buggy.
mom did most of the grocery shopping. Dad really didn't do grocery shopping. But yeah, mom would send us. I mean, there was four of us, me, brother, two sisters. It would be like, all right, and because everybody had to have, different shit. Now, again, this will tell you just, how old we are.
Oh, no, we had to
Yeah.
compromise. The three of us, we had to compromise.
Oh, yeah, but we would sit there, and you remember when they had the little, well, they still have, they still have one, but they were the little assorted boxes of cereal, but they were like
Yeah.
a little single
Yep,
portion.
the Frosted Flakes and the Corn
Yeah,
Flakes and
we would
all those
we would get a
together in a
couple of
little
those.
pack like that.
Yeah, we would buy a couple of those because one of us liked one of them, and
Yep,
that was the
Fruit
thing.
Loops, all that stuff. Yeah.
So, but I mean, yeah, there was never any of this, oh, can we have this? Can we have that tantrum bullshit? I can only
Well, with
remember.
us, Mom would send us on if it was something we had to get together, and she knew it was on an aisle before she got to it. She'd send us there and make us sit there and argue it out really amongst ourselves. But we had to compromise. Now, when she hit the aisle, she wouldn't stop to see which one we chose, which one we wanted. We either chose and we put in the buggy, or if we hadn't chosen by the time she walked around the corner off the end of the aisle, we didn't get it. That's it. No, you don't get it. Period. Done. We had to agree and we had to compromise.
But yeah, no, there was none of that shit like when I was working, and you would, and Lori can attest to this because she and I were at the same store at the same time. The female customer walked in with her, was it twin girls, twin boys, and you would hear them motherfuckers as soon as the door opened. You could hear them. I mean, I'm in the fucking back of the store cutting meat, and I can hear the little bastards screaming already, and they're walking through the front door. And you would hear them scream all the way from the time she walked in, bakery, deli, produce, meat department, and then you would hear them fuckers scream all the way down to the last aisle, all the way past the pharmacy, still raising bloody fucking hell all the way out the door. And the fucking mother act like she had fucking, she probably had ear pods in or some shit. I don't know, but she wouldn't say a goddamn word. And them little hellions would just scream their fucking heads off. I mean, like it was, like it's, I don't know if she whooped the shit out of them at home or she gagged them when they were home, and when they got out, they got to let it all out. But and to hear, where the fuck were we the other day? We were somewhere. We went somewhere, and there was a fucking kid going crazy. And I just got the fuck away as fast as I could. It's like I got my shit and moved on.
Let me give you this is let me give you a funny story. You'll love this one. So one place that I worked before, I don't need to tell you the name of it, you know it. But one person there in particular we both know and we both loved. Got arrested slowly, passed away, Gary Redmond.
Yep.
So I was in the department one night, in the meat department, and I'd seen people walk through. This guy with like his three sons who are roughly around 8, 9, 10, 9, 10, 11, somewhere in that age right in there. Didn't think nothing of it. They were just loud and obnoxious, and the dad was just kind of oblivious to all of them. Like, whatever, get them out of my department, get them away from me. I don't want to hear it. I'm
Yeah.
helping other customers. They're acting a fool and everything else. And about 10 minutes later, here come Gary Redmond. Say, hey Rob, where's this at? And it's one of these sticks of Bridgeford pepperoni. Remember those?
Yeah.
The long sticks of bread. I said,
Yeah.
remember when we had the displays that were shaped like a barrel?
Yes.
I said, it's right over there. Wow, what's wrong with it? He goes, typical Gary. These fucking kids. The fucking asshole out there. He walking around acting like this is a dick and you could try to fuck his other friend, his brother up the ass with it. I said, what did you do? He goes, he's running around like that. Just try to act like you gonna fuck his brother up the ass with it and chase him around over produce. I said, what happened? He goes, I went over there, I snatched the thing from him and I hit him with it. And I told his dad, now you want to eat this after you tried to separate your son's ass? You want this still? Teach your boys better. And he said, I walked off with it. He said, probably gonna get in trouble. I'm not kidding. He was still putting it up. Here come Tim.
Yeah.
Laughing his tail off. And he said, the father just complained, but he apologized also. I said, what happened? He says, Gary hit his son with pepperoni. But he understood why he did it. But he wanted to know if he could have that pepperoni back because he was going to make the boys eat it. So Gary went over there and picked the same one up and handed it to us. There you go. Gary, you gotta love Gary. Miss him.
Well, it's just like a certain individual who, to this day, shouldn't be employed. You know exactly what I'm talking about. When his half would come in with their hellions, and they would run rampant as soon as they walked in the door. They would just haul ass, and they literally were running all over the goddamn store, just throwing shit around, and nothing ever said. Not a goddamn word said. You know, you're like, why don't you want to just say, would you please get your fucking kids to stop running around and disrupting the rest of the fucking store? If you want them to run a fucking circle around you, knock yourself out. But these little bastards are running all over the fucking store messing with other customers. And it's like,
Oh, yeah.
what the fuck are you doing? Why the fuck can't you watch these damn kids? I mean, they're your fucking kids. Apparently, I guess they are. You let some guy fuck you, you popped it out of you, you should take care of it.
Oh, yeah.
But I guess not.
That's. Oh, no. I had the kids. It's somebody else's problem now to deal with it. I don't have to deal with that now.
I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's not my thing to have to deal with it.
Like I said, you just scratch your fucking head and go, what? Why? I mean, that's like, you know, Josh and Pud. We never had an issue with them. You know, if 9 times out of 10, if we went somewhere like Walmart or Best Buy or something, it was because either, you know, if I didn't need something, it was because they did good in school, they had great grades, and we like Josh, we would go to, if he got a good report card, he'd be like, dude, we're off to GameStop. But it wasn't he'd go into GameStop and I want this, 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 I want this. We'd go into GameStop and I'd be like, you get to pick one game and put, if you want a game, you get a game. And they would methodically search all the games. And then they would get what they want. And same thing if we went to Walmart. But we didn't walk into a Walmart because we needed to go get something and they just haul ass to the toy case and you're like, well, fuck, the kids are in the toys. And then they come running up with a fucking armload of stuff and go, man, and you're like, no, and then they just start, you know, throwing a fucking tantrum.
I want it. I want this. I gotta have this. Yeah, I know. Oh, I know.
I mean, I don't, and, you know, Lori and I used to have this discussion, and it's like, you know, I don't think we spoiled them, but we gave them rewards for doing well. Whereas now it's just give the kids something to shut them the fuck up.
I'm here. Give me something because I'm here.
Well, like I said, they're just giving them something to shut them the fuck up. And they realize that, okay, if I throw a tantrum and I yell and scream, they'll give me what I want. Whereas if you just say no, be amazed what happens. But again, that's the fucking world we live in. You know, like, oh, you're not going to give me this? I'm calling the cops, or I'm gonna call DSS or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you in trouble, and then y'all get whatever I want. There was someone who was the other day. It was like some 12 or 13-year-old. I was down in Florida. Shot his grandmother, stabbed his grandmother because she took his game away as punishment because he didn't listen or wasn't doing well in school, something like that.
Remember me telling you about the incident that happened with a certain individual when they got their phone taken away.
Yeah.
I mean, that got fucking ugly. And that turned into a whole family situation that
Yep.
involved our family, and it was just like, what the fuck? Over a phone, a goddamn
Yeah.
phone. I don't think we've never taken stuff from the kids. I say we. I threaten that shit all the time. I tell them like my dad always told me, and it's one of those things that you never understood until you're that age. It's like, I'll cut your water off. I don't have any fucking water. What are you going to cut off? You didn't realize that would cut your fucking water off.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, shit. Because I remember getting grounded. I got grounded for about a half a summer, and the only thing I had was that's how I learned to juggle. I had a can of tennis balls. And I was in my room the whole goddamn summer. Literally, I mean, the whole summer I was in my room. I got to go out to bathe, bathroom, work in the yard, and eat. The rest of my summer I spent in my bedroom with a can of tennis balls, and I taught myself how to juggle. It came from being bored. So, but you try that shit now, and it's like, oh my god, DSS, and oh, you're gonna get in trouble.
Oh,
No, I'm gonna tell
that's some type of, you have the ACLU in there. It's abuse or some shit. They have rights to, and
I like I said, you can't get around the stupidity of, I got to put, I mean, if you're so worried about your fucking kid swallowing a battery, how about you just pay attention, and when they go to reach for the remote, you say no.
Yes.
It's that easy.
Don't let the stuff near them unless they're responsible enough.
No.
And
That's
teach them. Don't freaking put it in your mouth.
I mean, it's like, I don't own any. I know you don't own any firearms, but if you did own firearms, you keep them locked up. You don't leave them laying around.
Yeah, wouldn't just load them and go, oh look, I got a 5-year-old. I'm just gonna leave it there on the coffee table because whatever.
If we owned them, we would lock them up if we owned them. So I'm just saying we don't own any. So anyway,
does a water gun count?
Hell, they probably consider a BB gun it's a what is it? It's an AR BB gun. An AR BB gun.
Wait, you got a Thompson rubber band gun, or Pud does?
I don't. Pud does. But again, I got my assault rifle BB gun. She's got an assault rifle rubber band gun. She's got two of them. She's got an AK-47 and a Thompson submachine gun rubber band guns. They're the coolest things ever. I mean, they're just hilarious. The fact that it was cool. And she built them. I mean, they were wooden puzzles and she built them. So it's like kudos to her. She likes that sort of stuff. But yeah, that's what was bugging me. Because like I said, I saw that commercial and I was just sitting there and I even looked at Lori and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Bitter coating on batteries to prevent swallowing. If anything, the kid would put it in their mouth and instead of spitting it out, they'd swallow it.
Right.
That's what I'm thinking. I mean, it's like taking medicine. What is that? Really nasty? Was it really bad tasting medicine?
Yeah.
For instance, awful icky tasting medicine.
Awful icky tasting medicine. And a big spoon the size of his head.
Yeah. If you're gonna take it, you take it. You don't sit there. It's like when Pud had bronchitis and she had an inhaler. Is that what it is? Little breath inhaler. And she did it one time and she was like, oh, no. I'm like, sweetheart, you got to do it. Just do it. Get it over with. And she stood there for almost 5 minutes just staring at it.
And I was like, let's just tell the truth.
Well, I was saying, you just do it and get it over with and you're done. So, yeah, that's that and dumb drivers as usual. But the battery thing just got me. I was like, God.
We'll go on about medicine later.
Vita Vita. I Love Lucy. Vita Vita Vegemin. Yeah, Vita Vita Vegemin. That episode. Vita Vita Vegemin.
My favorite I Love Lucy is still when she's in the chocolate factory.
Yeah.
And staring there eating the chocolates as fast as she can.
The chocolate factory. But again, that's okay. So we're gonna stop that conversation. We'll have that conversation for another episode. But all right, we're at 35. Facebook, Instagram. Why do I always fucking say Instagram? I don't even like Instagram. It's just Instagram is like fucking stupid. I don't even know why it exists.
No, another conversation. Keep on going.
Facebook, X, YouTube, and Spotify. Those are the big ones that we're on. Like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. We're getting up there. We're also, on a side note, we are toying around with doing a live stream conversation on Twitch. Just throwing it out there. And hopefully if I can work this thing out, or if I can figure this stuff out, if we can do a live stream on Twitch, we can actually have people we can have anybody that likes what we're doing interact with us and throw in their opinions. And if you've got a Twitch account and you want to come on, hell, I'll put you on. I'll add.
Give us time to figure it out. We're in our 50s.
Yeah. So I'm still trying to figure it out. I got some friends I'm going to talk to and ask them, see if they got any insight into it. So, but that's where we're at. And
just
then
ask your son.
He don't know Twitch. Yeah, well, he knows it, but he doesn't know how to use it. He's never used it. He watches it. He watches it, goes, you should do a Twitch thing. And I go, how do you do it? Oh, I don't know. And then when I'll get it up and running, he'll just go, what will he do? Cool.
Cool. High praise. Come on.
Coming from him, it's yeah. He used to upset me when he would do that. I'd buy him something that I thought was the coolest thing on the planet, and I'm all excited and giddy. I'm like, dude, look what I found, and he'd be like, cool. I'm like, cool. Well, screw you. You're all excited about this shit, and you just go, cool. And then I realized that's how he shows emotion. That's basically saying, I love you, thank you very much.
It's awesome. It's great. It's fantabulous. Everything, all in one word. Cool.
Yeah. All right, we're going to get out of here. This has been marginal at best. And
wait.
Right.
Start to push.
We'll see y'all next time.
Don't miss the start of the hostilities, Bat fans. Next week, same bat time, same bat channel.